Good morning from Pilot in Lugoff, South Carolina. Been here since yesterday afternoon. Had dinner last night at Bojangles across the street, off in the distance. Probably can't see it that well. Before this year, I had never heard of Bojangles, but I'd been seeing signs for it all over the place a few times I've been in the South the past couple months. So I figured I had to try it at least once. It was good, but I'd prefer to choose healthier options most of the time if I can help it. Hasn't really been a great mileage week, mainly because it's the National DOT inspection blitz this week from Tuesday to Thursday, which is today. So on Monday I had to go to the terminal in Carlisle to get some things fixed on my truck. Tuesday I picked up a preloaded trailer that had two tires that needed to be fixed, or I could have gotten a violation for both of them if I had been inspected. So I had to stay 5 hours longer than planned to get them fixed at the tire place at the truck stop where I was yesterday in Kemley, North Carolina. I was planning to leave there yesterday morning at 5 a.m., but I had to wait for the shop to open at 8 a.m. because I was out of hours by the time I realized on Tuesday evening that the tires needed to be fixed. So then yesterday I delivered that load here in Lugoff and came here to the Pilot to fuel and park until I gave me my next load, and then I wasn't waiting too long for my next load, but the load they ended up giving me has a fixed live unload appointment at 6 p.m. on Friday, which it's in Richmond, Indiana. It's only going to take 11 to 12 hours to get there. So because I have an overabundance of time to get there, could have, if they'd given me a different load, I could have potentially gone to pick it up yesterday and not spent the night here. We're still doing okay. I would have preferred to have more miles this week, but right now I'm just glad that I haven't been inspected yet. But we've got a good trailer now. It's a relatively new trailer, so hopefully I shouldn't have anything to worry about if I do get inspected today. For the first time in my short career, I've been asked to drop my trailer and let the yard jockeys take it to be live loaded and then bring it back to me when they're done. We're at a paper mill in Augusta, Georgia. Our work assignment says this is supposed to take about an hour, but it won't be a problem if it takes longer because I can't deliver it until tomorrow evening anyway. Just might not be able to get as far as I planned today, but I'll still have plenty of hours tomorrow to make the delivery regardless. So I'll be doing all my daily spiritual reading while I'm waiting. I got my load, and it took them just a little over an hour, thanks be to God. And now we're about to pull onto the scale. See if I need to slide the tandems for this load. Tandems in the 10th hole.
Approaching destination at 300 feet on the left side. You have arrived at your destination on the left side, Circle K truck stop.
I've learned in these past few months that for heavy loads where the tandems need to be in a specific hole in order for your axle weights to be legal, it's really not much use in trying to guess which hole you need to be in unless it's like a load that you hauled before, like the exact same stuff, loaded the exact same way. But if you're able to see inside the trailer before it's sealed, then that can give you somewhat of an idea, but you still really don't know. 32,220. The limit is 34,000. I told you earlier this morning about how I had to get 2 trailer tires replaced yesterday. But I didn't talk about how God really put me to the test in that moment when I realized that I needed to get the trailer tires replaced. So when I picked up that trailer that was preloaded yesterday, or on Tuesday, of course, anytime I pick up a trailer, I have to do a pre-trip inspection of it, make sure it's safe for the road. And so I did that in the shipper's yard. And I guess I wasn't...
Speed limit reduced.
I wasn't thinking quite as clearly about it as I should have. I was kind of frustrated because on that trailer, 6 out of the 8 valve stem caps on the tires were missing, so I had to borrow them from other trailers in the yard because if you get inspected and you're missing any valve stem caps on any tires, you get a ticket for that. So when I inspected the tires on the trailer, I saw that one of them had the tread wore down pretty low in a couple spots, and another one had some spots where the tread was separating, starting to peel off the tire. I knew these were problems, but my haste to get out of there, I wasn't thinking, okay, I absolutely must get this fixed. So then I drove another couple hours from the shipper to the truck stop where I stayed Tuesday night. Parked there with less than an hour left on my 14-hour clock. Did my post-trip inspection and noticed again the conditions of those 2 tires. I continued to think about whether I really needed to get them fixed. I was on the fence about it because I think one night I really didn't. I knew how much it would slow me down if I took the time to get them replaced, and weighing that against the possibility of getting inspected if I didn't get the tires replaced. So I weighed my options, and then by the time I decided that I really did need to get the tires replaced, and my 14-hour clock had already run out, so it was too late to pull into the shop at that truck stop before it closed for the night. So I knew that if I was going to get the tires fixed, I was going to have to wait until 8 a.m. the next morning for the place to reopen. So I thought, okay, is there anything else I could possibly do? So then I looked at my map and I noticed that there was only going to be one weigh station en route from the truck stop where I stayed Tuesday night to where I delivered yesterday, Wednesday. And I could see on the map that there was a really easy detour I could take, just getting off the interstate for a few miles to avoid that weigh station. So that was what I really wanted to do, because I knew that while it was illegal to drive with those 2 tires in that condition, that the odds of those tires blowing out or having some other problem that would cause an accident was extremely low. So I really just wanted to leave the next morning at 5 a.m. as I had been planning to take that detour to avoid the weigh station before getting inspected. But the thought about it, the more I knew that even if I did that and didn't get caught, I still would have been knowingly breaking the law. Breaking a just law enacted by the legitimate authority of the Department of Transportation. There was no more reason that I could justify deliberately doing that. So I really had to humble myself by saying, I'm not going to do what I want. I'm going to lose all this time by waiting for the shop to reopen in the morning so that I can get these tires replaced. So even though I wasn't able to deliver when I wanted to, I was able to feel more at peace about it than I would if I had gone and done what I wanted.
In 1.5 miles, go straight on Pine House Road, SC 121.
Because I knew that I had done what Jesus would have done and what he wanted me to do by foregoing my own will and submitting in humble obedience to get those tires replaced. I'll be driving another 5.5 to 6 hours today on the way to the truck stop in Tennessee, where I'm hoping to stay tonight. Should have no problem getting there as long as we don't hit traffic. Does anyone know what these number signs along the edge of the road mean? On I-40 westbound in Haywood County, North Carolina. And I've never seen random these signs, single-digit numbers in order, and I just have no idea what these signs are trying to communicate. There have been several sets of them within the past few miles.
In 1.5 miles, keep to the left on I-40 West.
It's been a good afternoon, no traffic delays. The mountains have slowed me down a bit because I have a heavy load. But we're still doing perfectly fine on time. I'm done for the day at the Pilot in Caryville, Tennessee. Tomorrow should be a pretty easy day. Get to sleep in because I can't deliver until 6 p.m. and I only have about 6 hours of driving to do tomorrow. And I've been thinking today about how I want to make this log more interactive. Right now it's still been just a very amateur and non-entertaining vlog. So yeah, like I want, as I said at the very beginning, to have more of a community with all of you. And so I haven't really been doing my part because I haven't been asking you all that many questions. I know I asked you earlier what those signs on I-40 were all about with the numbers. So I want to try to get into a habit of like asking you like at least one discussion question at some point in each video. So today I'd like to ask you, what would you have done in my situation that I talked about earlier, with knowing that 2 of your trailer tires have issues that are not gravely urgent to get fixed from a practical standpoint, but you know that it's illegal to drive on those tires with those defects? Would you have given up 3 to 5 hours and set yourself back in order to get the tires fixed immediately, or would you have taken the trailer a couple hundred miles to deliver it and left it for someone else to take it to get fixed and risk getting in trouble if you'd been inspected? So you can say in the comments what you would have done in that situation. And until next time, please keep me in your prayers, and I'll keep you in mine. God bless.